Congressman for the 12th District, for the 8 towns in Hunterdon County, our Democratic Man of the Year, Rush Holt. And once again, we need everyone here, everyone in the 8 towns in particular, to do everything we can to make sure that you know, when the new Congress gets sworn in January, we have Rush Holt going back there. So, our Congressman Rush Holt.
Did I get your way completely?
Thank you, Mayor Del Vecchio. Thank you, Lois, and all of you here. This is something I will treasure. I will display it proudly. Stop by and you'll be able to see it. I will draw inspiration from it, as I have drawn inspiration from the folks here in Hunterdon County. It is, you know, I've never taken Hunterdon County for granted. You know, there's so many Democrats have, well, first of all, they think, you know, Democrats here in Hunterdon County, many of them think they're the only one. And you've shown that there are thousands, and that the democratic values that we espouse and that we advance help ordinary folks, working families, people who are playing by the rules, people who are trying to get ahead. That's what we do. The Americans who are the backbone of the American dream. And I've worked hard at every opportunity to help such people. And as a result, I'm pleased to say that I carry the part of Hunterdon County that I represent in the elections at the polls. I was on my way, I think, toward developing, with your help, the kind of organization that could carry all of Hunterdon County for a Democrat, until the redistricting commission took a lot of the county away from me. So let's move forward with that organization and see that between Ed and me, Hunterdon County does have representation from the party that cares about ordinary people. We've got a lot, really a lot to be proud of, a lot to build on. In Washington in the past year, while all the yelling and screaming and the anti-government and the fuss about the process of putting together the health care legislation was going on, we were creating jobs, passing job legislation to help small businesses, extending unemployment insurance and other things to help people who were caught in this terrible economic bind, extending health care and educational opportunities for veterans. Some of the largest increases in aid for veterans in the history of the VA. Assistance to homeowners to make their homes more efficient and actually save money on their utility bills, as well as assistance for homeowners who are at risk of losing their homes. Under the new administration in Washington, there are improvements in on-the-job protections. You know, the OSHA, which saved people's arms and legs and lives in the workplace, had been gutted over the past decade. There were no inspectors, there was nobody to look after the interests of the workers. That's changed. The enforcement of the clean air legislation under EPA. And we are, this week, close to passing legislation to prevent the financial wheeler dealers from harming ordinary people or bringing down entire markets, or worse, bringing down the entire economy. We will be doing that for the ordinary folks in America. Too long, the other party has been looking after the interests of the privileged. By definition, the privileged are not the ones who need the most help. And so then you have the Tea Party folks out there yelling and screaming, saying, leave us alone. Well, that is, unless we need some help. Well, they're saying, in this scary economy, leave us alone. Well, in fact, that's not what we need. America wasn't built on fear. As Harry Truman said, it was built on courage and imagination. And it was built on an unbeatable determination to do the job at hand. Ordinary Americans, the backbone of this country. So, this means a lot to me. The work that you folks do means a lot to me. But what it means more to are the people who live here. The people who, whether the Tea Party folks will admit it or not, whether Governor Christie will admit it or not, the folks who have been helped by Democratic initiatives over the decades. Look at what makes the quality of life better for ordinary Americans. It grew out of Democrats. Democratic initiative. And you are the folks who are promoting those democratic values here. With the governor, we have a couple of reminders. One is that elections count. And the damage that is being done by the governor and his administration in Trenton the bite hasn't taken hold yet. But in coming months, there isn't a person in any one of your towns who won't feel it. Whether their kids can't take AP history in school, or several sports are eliminated, or municipal services are missing, or we can't get government programs because we don't provide the state match, whether it's for unemployment insurance or school lunches. It drives home that lesson that it doesn't, the Christie actions drive home the lesson that it's not a good idea to put the government in the hands of people who don't believe in it. And that's what we're doing. I believe in you. I thank you for this recognition. I'll be out there with you in all of those towns. Yes, the ones in the 12th Congressional District, but the ones that Ed is going to represent too, as we advance with all of your organizational efforts, these democratic values. Thanks, Lois.